Hey everybody, I'm Noah and I am talking about the Monday Mentor, and I wanted to come to you with a new topic today that is all about killing worry. I know that it's a big subject with everybody, that they're going about their life a little bit worried on a daily basis, and the self-talk gets to be a nuisance. So I just want to give you a little bit of encouragement today. I want to talk about three things that kill worry, and also things just to realize when it comes to worry and what that does to your life, and how it can rob you of the joy and rob you of just being in the present and what's going on. So let's start with number one. It robs you of your energy today. It's bad for your health. It's literally stretches you out, which then leads me to my second point: is worrying doesn't add a single day to your life. Worrying is the biggest expense of energy that has no dividend whatsoever. Worrying will do nothing productive. It doesn't provide any fruit, doesn't provide anything whatsoever. So it's a complete waste of time. The big one for me is number three, is that worrying is a sign of not trusting. When I find myself, when I go into worry mode, I acknowledge that it's not me trusting. Typically, worry is a sign that I'm wanting to get into the driver's seat, take the steering wheel away from the Lord and sit there and try to steer my life in a way that I think is best based on my own self-will, my own thoughts. So I want to give you a couple of ideas of what I do on a weekly, daily basis of just killing that worry, stamping it out, and getting to a point where it's not even on my radar. So I let go. The first and foremost, I literally say that out loud. Listen, I'm letting go. If I see myself on the edge of worry, or where I'm in a lot of self-talk of how this is going to get worked out, what's going to happen, why isn't this happening, and it's just a panic mode, I really just dive into a little bit of, listen, I need to let go, number one. Two, this is not about me. Three, this is not going to do anything good for my health. Four, I am not going to add a single day to my life, and worrying is not going to change this situation one bit, whether it's waiting for a result on a health issue, whether it's what's happening with your kids, whether it's what's happening with our job, what's happening with revenue, what's happening with finances. So one thing that I did want to touch on when it came to finances and really think about this, we have two choices when it comes to the finances and worrying about finances, or when things are going to happen. And I find that most folks spend most of their time worrying about seeing how they spent all their time and energy on keeping the money that they have. How do I keep from losing any of the money that I have? And what I don't find a lot of individuals doing is taking that same amount of energy and pouring it into ways that they can generate more revenue. How can they generate more revenue on a weekly, daily basis, setting goals at the end of the week, at the end of the month, that are going to acquire into throwing drops of into the bucket of acquiring more wealth and acquiring more revenue, rather than just focusing on the day of how do I not lose what I have? So what I did for myself was started putting little experiments on whether it was a side project that I could get, whether it was reselling somebody else's product, whether that was wholesaling some other product, and whether that was a way to make additional revenue. So that's when I started my whole business of doing Noah University. That's when I started helping others be able to do that. So if that's something that you want to check out, look at my profile below, which shows noahuniversity.com, and you can watch some videos there, as well as the other ones that are on my YouTube. But when it comes to the finances, I would say stop looking at trying to keep what you have, and try looking at other ways that you can make additional revenue, but working less time. It can happen, and it can get to the point where you are working on what it is you love, and you are spending the time on those things that matter, but they're also paying you additional revenue. I went into different areas of my life looking for ways to make extra revenue, whether it was an extra side job. Shoot, I remember when I first grew up, it was lemonade stands and selling sodas at my dad's softball game. So there are ways to do it, and if you want it bad enough, you'll do whatever it takes to do it. I remember my best friend worked at a pizza parlor for a short amount of time because even though he knew it really, really stunk, he was willing to put the time in because he knew it was temporary. I can pretty much do anything unpreferred if I know that it's temporary and that it's going to be over with soon. But if it means that you're going to get out of debt, if it means that you're going to maybe be able to afford the car that you want to be able to do, or have a certain line item that you'd like to have removed off of your debt, or something that you'd like to add to your life, these are little experiments that help you get in the driver's seat of what's to come and what can happen for me, as opposed to just running damage control. I believe worry is the number one killer of dreams. It paralyzes you, and most people stay in analysis paralysis. They don't go out going beyond what they want to go in. They stay in the mode that they're at, trying to keep everything that they had. And I pretty much call it mental hoarding. You're going to sit there and you're going to be working primarily on trying to just hoard and keep what you have without losing it. And it robs you of growing and dreaming and building upon the life that you currently have. You literally flatline. So if you were to look at life as a thermometer, how can you stop worrying, bringing that thermometer down, which then creates additional capacity so that you can add new opportunities in your life, meaning whether it be additional revenue, more time on building some dreams. Get off the worry wheel, that worry hamster wheel, and get onto something of what's to happen and what's on the horizon. So I will say this, and I think this is kind of profound. Whenever I'm starting to get into a position of worrying, I realize that I've spent a majority of my day worrying. I think about this. Noah, you're not even going to remember a week from now today. And a month from now, you won't even remember today at all. And that just goes to show and prove even more so, worrying will not add another day to our life. I really like the Bible verse that says, do not worry about what you will eat or drink or what you will wear. Are we not more precious than the birds of the air and the lilies of the field? Think about that for a minute. We are precious. We matter. We are valuable. And start looking at our lives in that way, out of gratitude. It's kind of hard to have worry in your life if you're in a state of gratitude. So look at making additional revenue. Look at going out and making other things happen. Let's not focus on trying to hoard what we currently have. And let's kill that worry, man. Have an amazing week. I hope you guys have a good week, and I'd love to hear a comment down below. Also, go to my website, noahfineart.com. I'm going to be putting up my ebook there, where you're going to be able to get my ebook for free, my new Speed Bumps book about my life story. I just hope you guys have an amazing week. Talk to you guys soon.